Alright guys, what is going on? Bringing you another seasonal events breakdown video. Newest seasonal events are the Lamborghini exclusive. This is 550 performance points exclusive for Lamborghini models. You can obviously use any of them that you want. You got the Rome circuit, special stage Route 5, Autumn Ring, Nürburgring, and a Toscana custom. Obviously there's the whole list. You can use the DLC Aventador if you've got it, and all of the other premium Lamborghinis, and of course there are also some Lamborghini Countach in the standard if you've got those. My number one choice would be the Lamborghini Miura P400. However, it does cost 15 million from the store, so not everyone's going to have that car. So I thought, what's the point of doing a video if not everyone's even going to have the car? So my second choice would be the Gallardo. I just feel it's got a little bit more control than, say, the Murcielago or yeah. So this is the car that I've gone with. Fully upgraded the drivetrain. Just get those really nice fast gear changes. Stick on the custom transmission there. Going to be changing that depending on the track. And then basically just... Oh, sorry, I've got a really bad cold, so my throat's real bad. Basically just upgrade your car where necessary to get it up to the maximum 550 performance points, because this is a more challenging seasonal event, shall I say, and I would recommend, at least for the first time, going at it at the highest performance points. The prize, as requested in the last one, someone said if I could show the prize, is the Diablo Nomad race car. It's actually a really good car. I've had this one. It's a, I would say, relatively uncommon appearance in the used car garage, and that's the prize. So we'll start off with race number 1 here on the Rome circuit. It's actually reverse. Now this first track is all about accelerator control and just getting your lines real nice and smooth, and basically trying to keep your speed high throughout the whole course, not having to slow down too much, and really powering through the corners. That's where you're going to keep all your speed. Most of the AI generally tend to be slower around corners than, let's say, on the straight. It's fairly obvious, but I mean, they're not that great going around corners even on the hardest difficulty, and that is generally where you find most of your speed against the AI. So if you can smooth up those areas, then that's, you know, where you'll make a killing. That particular corner there that you just seen coming in through that little chicane sort of area, it's actually a really nice place. If you can just slide the car very slightly so that you get you kind of face it right between the two barriers and just sort of accelerate straight down the middle, as opposed to actually turning left and right, you'll get a lot of speed through that area. Oh, sorry, throat's really bad. Yeah, like I said, this is generally playing catch-up games with the Miuras at the front of the pack. I take over that guy on the last lap and get in. Not the biggest challenge that first race, but might take a couple of goes. Second track then is the special stage Route 5. Now this is pretty much the same sort of game as the Rome circuit. It's all about getting your lines right, trying not to clip the walls too much, and keeping your speed as high as possible. You know, similar through these chicanes and things, just trying to keep in a higher gear, keep lots of speed, and just powering past your opponents. Little chicanes like this, again, important to get the line right. This sometimes takes a little bit of practice just to get the right speed to come in at and all that sorts of things. This first corner here after the straight, just watch out, because the AI for some reason tend to lose a lot of grip on that corner and actually sort of veer outwards. They kind of skid around a little bit. So if you're coming in real quick in there, you can actually end up just T-boning them right in the side, and it completely ruins your day. So just watch out for you know, dodgy AIs coming around that corner. I take first on the last lap, a little way around, maybe halfway around the track. So again, don't want to be making too many errors. Now, third track in, this is the Autumn Ring. This is one of the more challenging ones. This took me several attempts to get right. This is I would say this is more challenging because if you go off, you've got the grass, and then it causes you to spin and all sorts of things like that. So it's really important that you try and keep control of the car as best as you can. Don't try and let it slip out too much, because it will do its best to try and get you to skid out. I actually ended up playing this one really aggressive, not trying to be too gentle with the car or with the opponents. I used them as barriers in some situations, just really threw it around the corners. if there's little areas where you can just cut the corner to keep your lines straighter, then by all means do that, especially you see through these chicanes here. Just hop the corners, try and keep it as straight as possible, and you can see here the Mura's put up a really good fight. I've just done a little speed up thing. Just take your time, as long as you're keeping lap times fast, you don't need to try and push for the overtake. That's the main thing, just keep your times up and you'll catch the guy. I took first, a few corners remaining there on the last lap. That is a trickier one though. Your fourth race is a single lap of the whole of the Nürburgring. This is, again, one of the tougher ones, just purely because the Nürburgring is pretty grueling. If you're not that experienced at the game, then it's a really tough one to complete without actually coming off the course too many times. I found with this, actually, if you did make maybe more than one or two sort of major, well, one major or maybe two minor slips off the track, you'll probably not have enough time to catch up with the guy in first. I think I might have came off the track once in a very minor way, near the long sort of the fast sort of windy section near the end, and I managed to just about keep the car on the track and not too many errors. The problem with this, I can't really go through corner by corner because there's just so many sections which you need to watch out for. This is just going to be about knowing knowing the track, really, knowing the course and knowing how the car is going to go around it. Probably will take you several tries. So what I've done is just shown you roughly at certain points where I'm overtaking people, and so you can get a rough idea of how fast you need to be. As you can see into second here, about six minutes. I catch up with the first guy just on the second last corner before the final back straight. Now, don't take it for granted that you've won if you can get past him by the straight, because he will actually stay right on your tail all the way down the straight. If you're not confident about going fast through these last few corners, it's not the biggest problem because it's so narrow, it'll be tricky for him to get around, but just watch out. You don't want to just go full on safety mode because he might just sneak up on you, and if you slip up, he probably will take your first place there. Pretty tough one. Again, took me a few tries. This last one is kind of a joke. It's just ridiculously easy. The course is so wide that, I mean, it's almost impossible to actually go off the track because literally, I mean, look how wide that is. It's just unbelievable. I just basically started having a bit of fun messing about, trying to slide it around the corners and stuff. I mean, honestly, if you do struggle with this, I don't really know what else to say. It should be really simple and a nice one to finish up on. In fact, I was having so much fun that I even did this halfway through. Ended up on my side a little bit, back onto all four wheels and carry on the race. And actually, in that exact same race, I managed to get first place. So you can see that it's really not the most difficult of tracks. Taken first position after that particular crash on lap 3. So then it's basically 2 laps of just powering through. Hope you found this video useful. If you've got any more questions, leave them below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.